everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. You might remember a while back, our buddy Mike and I did a ride through Orange Blossom Gardens. We were in search of Harold Schwartz's house and looked at all these awesome properties up here and these beautiful trees, but we found something else interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
And I brought Linda back here to see it, and we're going to go through, and you're going to see some footage I took on that first day and again today of a lady that lives here that is really making the most of her retirement.
She really is. I mean, every day counts, and she makes them count.
Her name is Erin, and you're going to learn all about her.
I'm a performer who likes to inspire women to be in the best shape that they have ever expected to be, and I can show you how. I was told last week by a woman in my bounce class. She came up to me and she said, "Do you mind if I talk to you for a second?" She had really soft, body language. She had a nice cadence to her voice. And she goes, "I just want to tell you, I was so embarrassed for you. My husband and a couple men saw you do a split in your bounce boots."
Uh-oh.
And then the other woman goes,
Here are
"It
the
was
boots."
disgusting." All right, well, come into my magical home. So I live in Disney World for adults. I was already casted for a TV show, and unfortunately COVID came, and it was going to be a show showing singles over 55 in and around the villages, and unfortunately it didn't take off.
Yep, no water.
And they loved that I do my paddle boarding with my bounce boots. And so I showed them all the funky, crazy stuff I do. And you can have lots of fun at 70. We're just beginning life. We're like little kids. Look, I'm a little kid, Every one of my birds was rusted and was in bad shape, and
You fixed them.
And we fixed them up. So come on in.
Well, I was here a couple weeks ago, and I liked your house so much, and yourself, that I brought Linda back to see you. And so far, I think she is mesmerized.
I couldn't wait to come meet you and see this beautiful home.
Thank you.
So, Erin, you've decorated this pretty much. It's all coming from you, isn't it? Your mind.
Yes.
You have a vision. What's
Yes.
your vision?
To have a castle for Tinkerbell. And Tinkerbell never wants to grow up. And I never want to grow up. See? Never.
Oh, my goodness.
Never.
Well, I think you've achieved it. The colors in here they're so stimulating, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I mean, bright yellows, blues, purples, greens. So bright. I think my grandchildren would love coming here.
You can never be depressed in my house.
Oh.
And you say this guy here oversees the
Party
whole
at
business.
night. There are all these painted that had been rusted at one time and ready to go to the trash. Birds and fowl and turtles and whatever you want to call it, fish, they all come alive at night and they party hardy while I'm sleeping. And I know they enjoy themselves here.
So it's like night at the museum.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this place is
Absolutely.
rocking. Do you get any complaints from your neighbors? When you come down the Aloha in front of your house here,
Yes.
you can't miss that garage. You have a
Yes.
big mermaid.
Yes, there is no restrictions on decorating your garage door on this side of town. So I love my mermaid. She is the mermaid of Lake Paradise. So when you come up to my house, my vision is my driveway is very much like a ramp right to the lake or right to the ocean. I know that someone did report me because my front of my house had a Key West colors on it that I commingled colors. And so I didn't know that you couldn't do that because I see a lot of commingled colors throughout the villages and throughout Orange Blossom. However, I didn't win my plea, and so I painted it back white. And so what I did, because I'll never lose, is I embellished the front area of my house with artwork, which you're allowed. I spent a lot of summers at the beach back in New Jersey, and I decided to live here because of the tornadoes and the hurricanes, and it's safer living inland. So I tried to create this like as though I am living in New Jersey, in my mother's house, facing the ocean.
Now, you told me, and it's no secret, you've admitted you're 70 years old.
Yes.
with the mind of a 30-year-old,
16.
16-year-old, and you always wanted to be a rockette.
Or I wanted to be a dancer, even as a ballerina. I am very thin, but I'm more of a gymnastic build. So I went to New York, I stayed there for a while, and I made Barnum and Bailey's World Circus, the International World Circus, to ride horses and do tricks, gymnastics on horses, and also to do the trapeze. However, my mother said, no, you better get yourself home and go to college. So that's what I did. I'm an ER nurse now, and I'm a very animated ER nurse.
I bet they love you.
They do, especially when I do a little dance for them in front of, and it gets their mind off of why they're here.
Absolutely. They have to be happy when they see you.
And my biggest passion, though, I know you mentioned you think I might have done well as an interior decorator. My passion is teaching fitness. So I was a dancer, then I was a phys ed major in college, then I was a nurse. And my passion is helping people be in the best shape of their lives. I make it analogous to, like, we have car night, okay? Antiques. I'm an antique that I made sure that I, took care of myself. I garaged myself. I work out every single day, and I produce endorphins, and I'm addicted. So I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm not condemning anyone that does, but that's where I get my highs, is on my rebounding boots.
Well, you've already proven how flexible you are, so you
Right.
must work on that.
I don't have to, it's called maintenance. You just get to a point that you just maintain yourself. And so I like to show people how they can have a six-pack, okay? Because it's not hard to do if you do it and make it a lifestyle. And you do even 20 minutes a day, even 3 minutes, 3 times a day, you will see such results.
Well, I'm way late for my maintenance
No one's
checkup.
too late. I have, and I'm painting them right now, I have 3 walkers, so there's no excuses. People can do them with a walker.
Now, you teach a class at the square, don't you?
Well, I like to teach outside because I work inside 12 hours as an ER nurse. So on Mondays at 8:30 in front of the water, I utilize the railing as the ballet bar, and I teach, I have people lift the 4.5 pounds, and I'm able to teach 3 levels in one class. At Sumter Landing, right in front of the railing facing the water. There's water soothing. And then the other day, I had a very small class. We ended up walking around, and I found some waterfalls right nearby behind the stores, and we just worked out in front of the bridge watching all the water tumble down over the rocks. It was wonderful. You didn't even feel like you were working out. And that's what I try to do. I want you to have fun. And when I put my rebounding boots on, I don't care if I'm cranky, I'm tired. Within 3 minutes, I am smiling like a child. I look like I'm on drugs. I really am passionate about this because I really feel that this is the quickest way to get into shape and to have fun, and you lose 25% more calories on the boots than you do in a pair of sneakers.
You're at Sumter Landing.
On Mondays, and I'm at Lake Meona. Both are outside. Both are at 8:30. So
And are people welcome to just join you?
yes, absolutely. And I usually have a pair of boots for you to try.
This fitness, a large part of it is a special shoe that you wear and you sell.
Yes.
And what are they called?
For several brands, it's called Rebounding boots.
Okay, Rebounding.
I worked for a neurologist as well in the past, and they recommended that everyone has a rebounder. When you first start on these, I don't recommend more than 5 or 10 minutes because they're 4.5 pounds each. You will have build up such a sweat. And so over time, you build up your strength. They will make you solid. You will feel like you're 16 again.
When was the first time you used the bounce?
It's been over
bounce
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. And I saw someone in them, and I was driving my Mini Cooper around the square at Spanish Springs. I stopped the traffic, got out, and said, "Where'd you get them? Where'd you get them? I gotta have them."
As I look at those, they're cool, no doubt about it. But I'm thinking, I will break my ankle or my neck.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are the hazards to doing this rebounding boot exercise?
The only hazards are for people like me. So I did a 5K, and I fell twice. And why did I fall? Because I wasn't used to this new boot. Now I understand, and I will never fall again. So when you're running and you're sprinting at the end, and your chest is up, and you want to look strong, you can't tip these boots down like this. No one else does what I do. So then I went forward. But if I had just slightly leaned back, I wouldn't have fallen. No one falls. And I do jumps in the air. So, I get to be Barnum and Bailey now here in the Villages. So don't compare yourself to me. I really emphasize how important it is not to do a whole class. Now, of course, I would because I'm competitive. But I do recommend that you do 5 or 10 minutes. And what a lot of people do, which I do recommend, is they wear these in their own home and they either stream or they watch a video, walk away the pounds. And you just do it in your own home. Some people don't come to class and they walk around with these, and I know one person that's lost 70 pounds after buying these because it increases your metabolism. They're fun. The biggest thing is if you don't like to exercise, how am I going to allure you to get fit? And I have found you can see my garage, it's like a gym. You see my pole behind you. I've got multiple bikes, I clip in. If there's anything I would select, if I had to pick one thing, it would be these because I can even use them, to lift. I mean, I do this all the time with them. They're 4.5 pounds and they're compact for working out. And I also wear them through the airport onto the plane so I don't have to check them. And I've never been asked to take them off.
Okay.
So they're portable. That's what I like. Portable.
All right, enough of the boots.
Okay. It's going to be weird when you get up. You're going to feel like you're going to fall forward, but you're not. And I'll hold your hand, but within 2 minutes you'll be independent. Okay? So there's your hand. Okay? All right, now just stand up tall. Stand up tall. Okay?
Oh, I am trying to balance.
No, you'll be fine. It's easier walking, so I want you to walk.
Oh, you are going to hold my hand, aren't you?
I sure am.
Oh, my God.
Just, forget that oh my God stuff. You're going to do so fantastic.
We're
going to go
woman.
out here.
I've never seen Jerry eye to eye
Let's go in the kitchen because you can use, I'll show you how I teach people.
Eye to eye. Woo, let's kiss.
Come over here, love. So I use the railing at Sumter for people. So just go here and just go back and forth and bounce. Back and forth, you can go like this, you can kick back, kick up, get comfortable. There you go. So you always have your hands right here. Wait till you do a jumping jack in them. They're unbelievable. I jump rope in them, I hula hoop in them. Okay, I get my hula hoop out and show you. Yep.
I used to hula hoop.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry.
Okay, so now what you can do is you can do, go back and forth, because she's really going to be quick learning this. She's very uncoordinated. And then you try doing this stuff without boots, it's not fun.
Okay. Woo-wee.
I do, for class, I have people just lift their legs in them because you're lifting 4.5 pounds.
Yeah.
So you're going to work your lower ab, and it's better than doing sit-ups.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, and easier would be this to start, but always good posture. Yep, you feel that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to really grab this muscle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then just go back and forth here is fun. Okay, now can you do a half of a jumping jack? Let me show you. So see, she just got on them, and look at what she's doing already. So just go out like this and come back in.
Whoa.
All right?
Wait a minute.
I'll hold your hand.
Okay.
Out and in. Very good. Now you do it here will be easier for
Yeah,
you. You do it here. Just you go out and in, out and in. And then before you know it, by class 3, you're doing jumping jacks. By class 5, you're doing 20 jumping jacks. There you go. Very good. Very good. Whoa, now you're ready to go. Woohoo!
Let's go, Jerry.
All right, now let's run into the living room. Come on, let's go. We're gonna jog. See the difference in jogging? You don't have any weight on your weights. I don't know why they're squeaking like that.
Woo! This is a workout. I can tell my
I told you, 5 minutes on them. You get 25% more calories than if you were running in sneakers. First time. Congratulations.
And I'm trying to stand still. I feel like I'm going to move.
That's going to work you. That's really going to help with balance issues later on in life.
Yeah, I think so.
And your brain. It helps your brain.
I'm breathing a little heavy here. But I could get used to this, maybe. But it's so fun. The thighs muscles, I can tell that's going to be a big workout, for sure.
And you get a really tight buttocks.
There you go.
Let's go back and forth. There you go, like you're on a trampoline. Woo!
Now,
Woo! Look at her go.
What's your philosophy of life?
I'm 70, and I know I'll live till 100. My mom's 92. So she had lived here in the villages till 92 and was golfing up to 92. She went back home for more support. But my thing is I really do believe with the foods we're eating, what's in the air, that my way of counteracting, reducing the population, excluding me, is fitness, is working out. Because you have better posture. I teach posture in my classes. You stand up erect. You have more self-discipline on what you eat, and you like how you look once you get there. You're not going to slide backwards. Diets don't work. It's lifestyle. So I'm able to have the lifestyle I want here. So I have a little seasonal affective disorder. I've not had a day of that in 7 years living in Florida because I can go outside, I can be active. You go to the square, you're never alone. You say hi to, you can meet new people every night. So I think a lot of it is the village's lifestyle of being very active. And if you get bored with one thing, like what my goal is I want to play the alto sax on Boots and entertain.
All right. So you're like the poster child for positive people, and I like that. Now,
you're as old as you feel.
Okay. I had a bologna sandwich for breakfast. Was that probably what you had?
I can't say that everything I eat is great because there's very few things you really can eat anymore unless it's out of your garden. And even if you eat organic, you've got to look and make sure the organic says 7, 8, or 9, not 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's really tough.
Now, I couldn't help notice when I walked in here that you have what I call a stripper pole.
Okay, I call it a fitness pole.
Okay? A fitness pole.
I don't do it in high heels.
Okay.
I'm hoping to do it in these. Okay, a gymnast. It's one of the hardest things to do, and I put it over there so it's not as obvious because my daughter was humiliated when she saw it in my living room. So I have it tucked back. It's quiet and it's back there, but I know it's there because it's so good for me because I can rotate and help myself not to. Everything you want to think about is I don't want to be that, so this is what I got to do. I don't want vertigo, so I'll work on my pole.
I noticed it's right by the ceiling fan. You have to kind of watch out there.
I'm not that good yet.
You can lose a limb.
Get a haircut.
Well, I think you were asking me about philosophy. I think of myself as having multiple sides, like I'm a Ferris wheel. You know, I have the athletic side, I have the artsy side, I have a big heart, okay? I have an adventurous side, I have a side where I love to read. So I'm just trying to make that Ferris wheel just go around nice and smooth, and I want to make sure I get it perfected before I go on to the next whatever. Just be all of Erin, the best version of Erin. And that's what I want when I am working with people on boots, is I just want them to be their healthiest version. And it doesn't mean you have to give up alcohol. It doesn't mean you have to give up anything. I just would ask you to just slide back a little and just give me an opportunity to show you how you would feel with a little more fitness in your life. And you'll have more energy. I have immense amount of energy. I work 12-hour shifts with 20, 30-year-olds. I'm twice their age. And everybody says you have so much energy, and I contribute it to you make your own energy.
I would imagine you're extremely popular here. You're so outgoing, and your house is so bright and welcoming, and you're on this beautiful body of water here. This is Paradise Lake.
Yeah, it's Lake Paradise, and I paddleboard out here, and I did it on my boots.
Wow. And as I look across the way, I can see, is that the dog park and archery range right over there?
Yes. All you have to do is just go right out. You go down the street, make a left, and it's right there. You just go down my driveway, make a left, and it's right there. And it's so beautiful over here. This is kind of like an area that a lot of people didn't know about, that we're right near the park. And then the park, what's so nice is if you use these boots, it's a macadam macadam material you're running on, so you hardly have any. You're almost like walking on the moon in these, because the macadam is absorbing, then the boots are absorbing, so you can actually work out till you're 100. I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to work out when I first moved here, so I bought an outdoor elliptical bike. And I haven't been using it because I get more of a workout on these. But if I have to at 100, I'll use the elliptical.
So we have e-bike. You know, we don't even want to really pedal. You know,
But that, you know what, I thought about those because I wouldn't want one. But I thought, you know what, I was going to buy a scooter. That's even worse. But I thought, you know what, that's good, because you are still moving your joints. You're moving. That's what this is all about. And you really need to work the end of all your cells, your telomeres, because I don't want to grow old. And that is your movement. You know, and eventually after you do that, you might use less of the electric, and you'll go further, you'll see more things. I think they're a great idea.
Well, I was kidding, really, because
but so many people are buying them. It's getting really hot right now.
It gets us out of the house where we wouldn't. We had other
Absolutely.
bikes, but now we might ride 15 or 20 miles.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get out there and get with it.
You can come visit me now. You get
Yeah.
on bounce boots.
That would be quite a ride, let me tell you. Describe your house.
It's whimsical, and that's what Barbie does. Is she paints whimsical, and she helped me realize that's really what I like. I didn't really know my taste. I had a beautiful, elegant home back up in Pennsylvania, and then this is like the opposite. This is all make-believe and all fantasy and colorful and alive, and that's how I want to go out. So make sure my coffin's pink, blue, or like really pretty melon colors, all the colors in my house, or my vase.
That is a
whichever way.
great idea.
Yeah.
You could inspire a whole new industry of whimsical coffins
It's true.
or cremation boxes. Yeah.
You should see my workout outfits, and I contacted the company. I don't want to tell you because people are all going to go online, and I've already been telling a lot of people, and they're buying the outfits. I love being a pretty athlete, okay? And all my outfits I've got in my drawers, I've got like 75 of them are from one company. And they all have little skirts, and they're all tights, and I feel I can go anywhere in them. So my lifestyle is just to be a pretty athlete.
When you walk in your house, I know your house makes you feel good, but it makes everybody feel good. It's so nice. It's so bright and airy and cheerful. We just love it.
You could teach us how to cheer again. I'm serious. You bring the kid out. And go. I mean, keeping your arms up works your upper abdomen, everything. Even if you're just doing this is incredible because you're pulling it all up.
Jerry's a mean teacher.
Well, we've had fun here, haven't we?
Oh my goodness, more than fun. Incredible fun.
And Linda on those boots, what do you think? And me on that pole, huh?
Yeah, we have a new adventures, and we're gonna keep trying, right? No.
No, it's one and done for me.
Jerry, you got to put your shoulders back. Sit up.
Sit up
Suck
tall.
it in.
There you
Yeah.
See,
go.
no,
Every hour, 10 seconds, hold your stomach in. Okay.
for God's sake, Erin, I was holding it in. No, here's why I do that, because I'm out of the frame if I don't scrunch down.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Look
And that's what all tall guys say. That's why I'm leaning forward.
We had fun. I got to get on a stripper pole. Linda got the bouncy boots. I think I pulled a muscle, honest to goodness.
Fitness pole.
Fitness pole. And thanks so much for having us in your beautiful house.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so nice to have you both.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time,
See you when you get here.